More now on the investigation into the origins of COVID-19. There's a new theory firmly based in science supporting the idea of a lab leak in Wuhan, China.
Yeah, and NewsNation's Leland Vittert has been all over this story for us. I'm sure there are a lot of people at home, Leland, who are trying to figure out why it's taken so long to get a definitive answer on this.
Well, it's a great question because for a year, anybody who talked about the lab leak theory was called a conspiracy theorist, and there wasn't really anyone looking into it. Certainly the U.S. government wasn't on top of it in the way they are now. There is no smoking gun yet, but in D.C. they call this the drip of a scandal. And now the U.S. Secretary of State is facing some tough questions.
Mr. Secretary, what are the implications if Beijing is found to have been covering up a Wuhan lab leak?
We have to get to the bottom of what happened. What the government didn't do in the early days, and still hasn't done, is given us the transparency we need, the international community, access for inspectors and experts, the sharing of information in real time. That has to happen.
That's Mike Allen of Axios questioning Antony Blinken, and the Chinese took notice with their own foreign ministry issuing a blistering attack.
The U.S. moves to shift the blame of COVID-19 is no different from its lies on Iraq's possession of WMD. We urge the U.S. to stop politicizing the study of origins, stop smearing China, adopt an open and transparent attitude on this issue, shoulder its due responsibilities, and invite WHO experts for origin studies in the U.S.
But two experts writing the Wall Street Journal now say genetic markers in COVID suggest it came from a lab, writing the presence of the double CGG sequence is strong evidence of gene splicing, and the absence of diversity in the public outbreak suggests gain-of-function acceleration. The scientific evidence points to the conclusion that the virus was developed in a laboratory. That lab would most likely be the Wuhan lab of virology, located just miles from the market the Chinese say the virus jumped naturally from bats to humans. New documents from the Daily Mail show the Pentagon gave $39 million to a charity that then turned and gave money to the Wuhan lab.
So to get those answers, to do a proper investigation, the U.S. is going to need access to the labs. Will you demand that? Will you put teeth on it? Will you even go as far as sanctions on China if they keep inspectors out?
I think the international community is clear that the international community has to have access. It has to have information. It has to have meaningful
So what's the
interaction.
real pressure the U.S. will put on China for access to the lab?
Noteworthy that there was not much of an answer to that question in terms of what the United States is willing to do to get answers from China. So far, though, admit nothing, deny everything, and make counter accusations is pretty standard for the communist regime from Beijing, ladies. And they don't really seem that interested in allowing the kind of inspections inside of China and inside the labs that could give us conclusive answers. Up to you why they're withholding that access.